Good evening, everyone. How y'all doing? This is me, Jaguar Ray. So, let's see. Do we got anybody in the building? I, I really don't know what's going on right now. I want to turn this music up just a little bit because I feel the groove. I feel the love. So, who's here? Let's take a look. Let's see what's going on. Okay, we got Alexis Jackson in the building. And don't forget, make sure you have your membership if you want to chat. Okay. All right, we got Alexis here. Pat Blair's in the building. Jackie Lewis. Hey. Global, what's going on? Never Your Angel, always a pleasure. Hey, Stacy. Oh, Barbara, thank you so much. Much love to you. Azaleas. Gracias. Okay. Let's see what's going on. All right. So, hey, Michael, how are you? It's one of our faithful wrenches. So, oh, I love back to you, Matrix. So I don't really know how to broach this evening. There's some things that are really troubling me. That are troubling me greatly. So let's talk about it. There's a lot of things that are just going on out here in the world. A lot of things. Lots of information just being spread around all over the place, Y'all know who this lady is. It's Wendy Williams. Y'all already know how I feel about Wendy Williams. Y'all already know that I've always had great admiration for her bravery, for her guts, for her balls. She's a ballsy broad. Always has been. But man, when I tell you this news that they're pushing out there, okay, so what they're saying is, or at least rumor has it, that they want to bring Wendy back to TV. They're talking about bringing her back. Apparently, they're done with the poor man's Wendy Williams, Sherry Shepherd, as I've called her. And they want to get back into the real thing. Thank you so much, Benjamin, for your contribution. Appreciate you. So, I'm just like, I don't know how to feel about this. So understand this. Would it be fantastic to have Wendy back on TV? Of course. Who doesn't love the Wendy Williams show? Everybody loves Wendy. I mean, for crying out loud. They got YouTube channels of her up here just running her clips. Wendy Archives, Wendy Clips. I mean, yes, we could do a lot better with these likes. I would appreciate it if everybody would stop pretending and acting as if they don't know how to like. Please, let's like. And, we're on Mars, so we're vertical and we're horizontal. We doing it every which way. Salute. Hello. Yeah, the dots, or if you, I'm trying to think. Let's see. If you got a monitor, if you're watching from the TV, just go and pop over there, hit the like button on your monitor. Like it's really not that hard. I mean, we got like 80 some odd people over here on vertical upload, which means the other 50 are over on horizontal. So please make sure you hit the like button. I'm telling you right now, the one person that I really wish could have been on the loose during this whole time of exposure over the course of these past almost 3 years now is Wendy Williams. Oddly enough, she got sat down right before all of this stuff happened. She was accused of having all kinds of mental impairments, dementia and whatnot. They did a documentary on her, making her look like one of the most unstable people in the world. She did that interview with Black China, little Angie White. And I mean, it's just not good. She was kept away from her family, kept away from people that loved her and knew her, the whole 9 yards. Whoopie. Then all of a sudden, she gets a new attorney. And don't get me wrong, TRIPPIN, he is something else. He's a heck of a lawyer. He's about as magical as Alex Spiro is. But all of a sudden, now that Diddy is in jail and everything is done with all of that, and documentary comes out, they're shaping and closing the narrative of that tragedy the way they want. Now all of a sudden it's looking like they're gonna let Wendy back outside, or at least that's what they're saying. That's what they're threatening. I just find it interesting that they're doing it now. See, it's the timing for me. When these people do stuff, it's always about the timing for me. See, you have to ask why certain things are happening at certain times. Now, for those of you who don't know who Mr. Tocopino is, Mr. Tocopino is the guy who did that magical job at making ASAP Rocky an innocent man on them pistola charges that he had. He disappeared that whole thing away, didn't he? ASAP Rocky got to walk away just in time for Rihanna to, give birth to baby number 3. Apparently now she's they're saying that she's pregnant with baby number 4. Like nothing ever happened. Tocopino is also a lawyer that's very loyal to Rock Nation. He does a lot of work for Rock Nation. He's done a lot for Rock Nation. So considering Rihanna's ties to Rock Nation, the way she's married into that dynasty, I find it interesting because with all the dirt that Wendy Williams has on not just Diddy, but Jigga, with all that she knows, I find it funny that it's their lawyer, one of their lawyers, that's breaking her free from the crazy house. Does that seem suspect to anybody? They done had all kinds of doctors work on her. They done gave her all kinds of, therapy and treatment. I'm telling you right now, I got a bad feeling about all of this. Because I want to know, what Wendy are we going to get? Are we going to get off the chain Wendy that ain't afraid of nobody, that can call anybody out on their shit? Or are we gonna get the I'm so grateful that y'all let me back outside and I just want to have martinis and go shopping and be cute again. And I promise I'll be a good girl and I'll tell whatever stories you want me to tell, Wendy. Like, cause I don't know. They're shaping a lot of narratives right now. So what I'm going to say at this point in time is this. Well, they finally have found a way. I think they're trying to find a way to plug the fire hydrant that's spitting out all that water all over the street. You know, once the truth gets loose, it can do some damage to those who have built their lives and empires on lies. So I can't imagine them letting her loose without putting some handicaps on her, without putting some handcuffs on her. They might even get Wendy Williams to rewrite a little history. I mean, can you imagine the impact if Wendy Williams came back to television and she started going, you know, pro the industry, pro all of the crazy people? I mean, for Wendy Williams to come forward and not straight run at everybody who's put her through everything that she's gone through. Like, I got a feeling. I mean, Wendy's got a lawsuit. We'll see. I don't think she's going to sue anybody. I don't think any of that's going to happen. That's just my opinion. I'm going to tell you something right now. The simple fact that she was declared to not have dementia and yet she still ain't free, that don't even sound right. And I don't even understand why people aren't even looking at that or questioning that at all in any way. The second that she was found mentally competent, she should have been released. Damn near immediately. You can't keep somebody in a mental facility under a false diagnosis. The second that diagnosis is done and you can clear, like, that person has to be cleared and released. We found that out months ago. But now there are talks of her getting her TV show back while she's still being held hostage. Why does nobody see how crazy that is but me? See, I don't think there's going to be a lawsuit. I don't think there's going to be any mea culpas. I don't think there's going to be any sorry. I think they're negotiating how to put her back in position and keep her controlled and make sure she's pushing the narrative. Because guess what? As beloved and missed as Wendy Williams has been, her audience would be willing to believe whatever she has to tell them. Coming back. And like I said, when you got a lawyer that's handling all of her stuff, who's a Rock Nation lawyer, I don't know. I say let's keep Wendy in our prayers. I wish they would just release her. She deserves to get a show back. It shouldn't have been taken from her in the first place. But I think we should be very careful, because I don't know which Wendy, if this happens, we're going to get. Whole lot of cleanup. You know, there's other things that are going on too. A lot of things going on, actually. Huh. I can't even begin to understand this poor child. Lizzo. Um, God bless her. God bless her. I mean, Nicki Minaj ran after her, called her, you know, made all kinds of fun of her. Personally, I think it's a little immature. I mean, when I go at people hard, and I have a lot of things to say, and I keep it all the way a buck. But I wouldn't say that I'm childish. Like, I'm not running around just calling people names and just making stuff up, or just attacking people or body shaming people. I don't do that kind of thing. That's not me. I'm a grown adult woman. Now, if I'm talking about something that has something to do with weight, or, you know, whatever the case may be, that's one thing. But to sit up there and call this poor child, you know, and talk about her loose skin and all of that, I don't get it. But let's talk about Lizzo. Lizzo has decided that she's going to and I mean, she looks good compared to the way she used to look. She looks good. She looks good. I'm not hating. Ain't nobody taking nothing away from the fact that she lost some of that weight. I personally, me, I think she on that Zempic. I do. I think she on that Ozempic. I do. You know, um, but hey, you know, to each everybody's own. The issue that I'm having right now with her is the fact that she's looking like a controlled mouthpiece. Anybody who's busy trying to talk down on the Epstein files, or trying to take away the gravity from what that is and what that means, you should be very leery of. Now, let's remember something. She won Album of the Year before her idol Beyonce did, and immediately after that. And it's wild because it's on my Instagram. When she won, this was, when was it? Because we were in Arizona. It was the year because my car went boom, boom right after those Grammys. So yeah, this is 2023. Yeah. 2023, February 2023, Lizzo won. So it was 3 years ago she won Album of the Year. It's funny. Her career, it seems like it's been suffering. Thank you. Salute to Wolfgang Amadeus, our producer. Her career hasn't it's taken some lumps. It's taken some hits ever since she won that. And if you go and you look on my Instagram, I said very clearly and very plain, I said, Lizzo, you better watch your back, because you just won the award that Beyonce didn't get, and everybody else who's won it except for her, They've caught hell for winning it for the most part. Now, if y'all remember, right after that, Lizzo got sued by a bunch of background dancers who said that she was a mean girl and that she was eating chicken wings and throwing chicken bones at her skinny dancers, and she was cursing them, and she was doing all kinds of crazy things, and she was just this terrible person. And then the next thing you know, when she should have been going on tour worldwide after winning Album of the Year as a Grammy Award winning artist, guess what? She just disappeared. And then the next thing you know, she starts, this massive weight loss, and now she's just this random voice for the Schluminati. So she gets on her social media, and it's not faring well for her because people are really handing her the business, almost as bad as they're doing Beyonce. But yeah, she wants to say, "Oh, these people." When she started talking about Diddy and his parties and saying that he threw Christmas parties and he threw baby showers and he threw Easter parties, and not all of his parties were freak offs, and she starts, well, show me what they did, show me what they did. Like it's kind of sad because what we're watching is we're watching a bunch of paid monkeys sit here and windmill and cape for the devil. No doubt, because the industry, for real, is suffering. It's suffering greatly. You're not going to hear me say much about the Grammys. You're not going to hear me say much of anything at all, because there's really nothing to say. In the last mobile upload that I attempted, there was a picture that I didn't get to upload. I didn't get to upload this picture. Here, I'm going to see if I can do it. I'm going to see if I can do it while we're here. Let me see if I can. Let me see what happens. Let me see what comes up. But it's just kind of wild to me because I'm sitting there and I'm looking and it bothered me. The Grammys bothered me. It bothers me more and more and more every year. I'm looking at the way they're watering down the culture. I'm looking at the way that they're propping up people. It's I do have bigger fish to fry, but I also need to take the time to point out certain things that a lot of people would miss because, I was talking with someone and I was just speaking of how once upon a time I that would have I would have been preparing myself for the Grammys. Once upon a time, man, my life, I thought my life depended on it. You know, I remember getting ready for the ceremony. I remember just the meetings and all of this stuff would mean for me. I remember. Mm, I would fly out from the East Coast, go to LA, and be there for about 30 to 45 days. meeting with my label, making sure that, if there were opportunities that I was being included in those opportunities. The making sure if there was a movie, I could get a part, or, like there's a lot of business that happens in the midst of Grammy season. The truth is most artists, musicians, writers, they're heading out there because the work that they do and the networking that they do during that time, my God, it that should work for the rest of the year for a lot of people. Like literally, you can set up a whole year's worth of work just from Grammy season alone. And it was wild because I was looking, and Belial, who was the light skinned gentleman that was singing with Lauryn Hill for the D'Angelo tribute, and he sang "How Does It Feel?" And I'm looking at Belial, and I'm looking at Lauren, and I'm looking at Raphael, and Raphael's there on the bass because Raphael wrote "How Does It Feel?" Just like he wrote "Soul Sister" for Belial, just like he wrote "My Place," uh, "Ecstasy," "One More Drink." Like, you know, Raphael wrote a lot of records for our era. Like he was one of the go-to neo soul producers. He wrote "Brother" for Angie Stone. I was there. Going to Blakesley. It's Grammy time. Like it just brings back so many memories when I go back and I think about everything, you know. And I remember my time there and how important that season was. But I was on Instagram and I saw a post that Belial put up, and it was funny because it was an official post from OK Player, and in it, you know, in this post he put up, as an independent artist and being an independent artist for all of these years, I can't begin to tell you how important it is, to be recognized by the Grammys, and and how it creates so many opportunities, and how grateful I am that I was included. And I'm like, I'm just sitting there looking, and then it says OK Player. And once upon a time, I was an OK Player artist. Like I helped launch that brand. I helped promote that brand. I was one of the main artists that launched that brand. Amir begged me. He begged all of us, promote this, promote that. Like if I knew better, if I knew then what I know now, I would have said, "Nah, I need to do my own website." Because see, what he did is he got all of us artists to come up under this one house, OK Player, for OK Player. And see, he was able to collect all of that data off of us and to build that. And you want to know what? The only thing that OK Player does is promise to help promote these artists, but they make all of the money off of all of the data that they collected, and all of the traffic that they get. They don't share any of that with the artist over there. I don't even know if anybody who's still a part of OK Player realizes exactly what a big stick up that whole thing was for Amir Questlove Thompson. And so anyway, I was just thinking about me sitting on stage. Can I get an OK Player? Can I get an okay player? And it was wild because we used to make the hand signal, you know? That hand symbol, the okay hand symbol, which when I think about it now, that mm, that like that blows my mind. Like it hella blows my mind. Um because G, that symbol, it means so much more than what most people think. Like there was a whole conversation that was had on the Cam Newton show because he tells people to come and he says, yeah, 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 this means one love, this means one love, whoopty whoopty woo, yada yada yada. Yep, there you go. There you go, Pat Blair. This symbol. And somebody said to him, he was doing an interview with a spiritual brother, who's heavy in the word, real follower of Yeshua, and tries to be a good leader for his people. And he says, I can't make that hand symbol that you're asking me to because it doesn't mean one love. He said that's satanic. And he says, yeah, but that's what, in sign language and whoopty woo. And I don't think people realize that the people who invented sign language were not religious. Well, at least not in the way, we would call ourselves religious. And I'm trying to tell you, it's kind of crazy because people can get you to like do all kinds of things. You're not even really paying attention, but it's wild because this symbol that I have up here that Pat Blair put up, when you do it with your fingers held a certain way, it's satanic. It's Masonic and it's satanic. And it's the symbol for 666. But when you hold it a certain way, bro, I mean, like, this shit is scary. Now, this is the same symbol that they had us at OK Player using on stage. That was the OK Player symbol. Can I get an OK Player? Can I get an OK Player? How clever is that? Just like Rock Nation encouraging people to use that diamond symbol. Like y'all remember when I showed y'all with Queen Latifah? You remember? And she had up that triangle, that diamond symbol. And everybody's like, oh my God. Jay-Z tricked everybody into making that Masonic symbol, that Masonic sign, by saying that it represented Rock Nation. Well, this was the sign that the Roots tricked all of us into using for OK Player. And it's just like, it's crazy. Like, it blew my mind when I saw this picture of Papoose and Clarissa Shields, and then I saw him and he was sitting there, and then the next thing you know, out of nowhere, see, when you do that, the 666, and you put it over your eye, that right there He's full in. He's full in. And the simple fact that he's pressed up behind her, that lets you know that this is her handler. Whether she know it or not, that's her handler. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Are we really paying attention to the stuff that they're pushing out here? Like it, and I when I saw that, I'm like, you know what? I need to talk about this because I was sitting there on stage. Can I get an okay player? And I'm putting up that symbol, that sign. Can I get an okay player? Can I get an okay player? And I was floored. I was floored. And I've just been sitting back and I'm like, you know what? Let me start looking at images from this. There are so many satanic, Masonic symbolisms that they were using all through the Grammy Awards. I was humbled. It really blew me away. It really blew me away. Yep, the all-seeing eye. 666 over the all-seeing eye. Sometimes you'll see them in pictures. Well, they'll do it with two hands and put it over both eyes. There goes Papoose on assignment. There he goes. It's kind of freakish. I hear you, Lauren. It's kind of freakish how they do this stuff right in front of our faces. But Belial is an okay player, artist, and has been for years. This is how it works. Now, the truth is, the Grammys ain't never done him no real favors, and they ain't doing nobody no real favors. I sat there and I looked and I watched who they gave awards to. See, it's passage. They awarded the people that they intend to use to rebuild the reputation of the industry, because the truth is I've been out here swinging for a long time, and there are other people that have been swinging as well, and the industry has lost its beautiful veneer. It has lost its beautiful reputation. It looks like shit right now. That's what this award ceremony was all about. It was all about rebuilding everything that they're doing right now. It's about rebuilding the image. That's why you got these artists out here talking about, oh, that list, you know, to listen to Charlemagne sitting there talking about, oh my God, black people don't read. Black people don't read. Oh, because this Epstein stuff, this doesn't come from any credible law enforcement backed anything. This is all from the tip. Yeah, these are all of the crimes that were being called in. All the crimes that were being called in. Question is what was actually investigated and what wasn't? You know, they're trying to rebuild. They're trying to rebuild it. They're trying to rebuild it. See, Charlemagne getting this big deal with Netflix for his podcast, because it's not just for him. This deal is for his entire podcast network. He has dozens of podcasts that run up underneath him, and he out here infecting the world with his special little nasty brand of disinformation. That's what he's being paid for. Lizzo is busy trying to find a way to get somebody to care about her career again. So she's gonna go out here and she gonna swing and she gonna troop and she gonna hoof for all of these people, hoping that it's gonna put her back in good graces, because the truth is don't nobody give no damn about her. She really thought that when she lost that weight, it was gonna make a difference. She thought she was just gonna be able to slide off. She was gonna lose all that weight and it was gonna make some big difference. It's made none. I guess that's what Nicki Minaj was kind of trying to say, like, who you caping for? You fat, they always gonna see you as a fat girl, and all you got is a bunch of loose skin and don't nobody care. Like, that's what she said. It was totally childish, but the more appropriate thing to say is, you're doing the most and these people don't give a damn about you. So she's out here. This is what people do. This is what these artists who are indebted and beholden to the industry do. It broke my heart looking at that post from Belial. But when I saw that, the OK player, when I saw that, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at Papoose, and I'm like, Papoose ain't got nothing to do with the Roots crew, and he ain't never had nothing to do with OK Player. He's down with all of those people from Violator. Like, he's down with Busta and all of them. Like, he ain't never. Why would he be making the OK Player hand symbol? Why would he be doing that? Because when I saw it, I was like, why he flashing up OK? And then I'm like, oh no. And then he put it over his eye. And that was my confirmation. All of that time that I was there with the Roots, I had no idea. I was just promoting. I was so worried about building my career. I was so worried about getting my spot. I was so worried about having it all. I was so worried about doing what I had to do to work with them so I could pivot to find a way to have my own career. I never took into consideration what they was really on, what they was really all about. Can I get an OK Player? Yeah, man. They're out here trying to save the industry. They're out here trying to give it a shiny new coat of paint. They're trying to make it look like it's not the devil making and devil loving machine that it actually is. And bro, I must have done 1,000 shows where I'm sitting out there on stage with thousands of people in front of me, telling them, can I get an OK? And having them put that symbol up. Just like anybody from Rock Nation had people putting up that triangle. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It's still blowing my mind when I'm thinking about it. And I'm sitting here looking. All that time they had me out there representing this shit. Oh, can I get a okay player? Hmm. Yeah. Seeing that D'Angelo Roberta Flack tribute, that blew me away. And not because the performance was so good, but just all of the memories that it brought back. Because once upon a time, those were my goals. If I wasn't rocking on the time that I'm rocking on now, I would have wanted to be included in that performance. I would have been. But this is how they get you. This is how they get these people. This is how they get you. So, moving on to the next thing. There's a lot of wild stuff that's just happening all over the place. Now, there's a young woman who just released a book. Her aunt's name is Sparkle. She was an artist for R. Kelly. And this girl was one of the victims that were featured in one of his very, very, very weird videos where he relieved himself of urine in her face. I remember when that video came out. First time I saw that video was in a recording studio. They was playing that video everywhere. I also remember when Dave Chappelle did a whole parody spoof about it, and he did a remix to one of R. Kelly's songs called "I Wanna Pee on You" and sat there and made fun about the way he did this to this girl. When I first saw that, I thought Dave Chappelle was disgusting for that. I was like, and everybody was like, "Oh, Jack, you too serious. He's just making fun. He's just making fun. Don't nobody believe that was what happened in it." R. Kelly said it wasn't him. And it's wild because Dave Chappelle, when he did that parody, it was him trying to water down the outrage from what R. Kelly did, while R. Kelly was saying, "I didn't do it. That was my brother. It never happened." So I find it funny that he was doing that about that situation back in the early 2000s. And then we got him doing The Unstoppable and then him caping for Diddy. See, if you look at the evidence of people's work, you can see they've been playing. They've been playing for the industry all along. So here we have Rashana. And now, all of a sudden, her book is coming out. And now she wants to speak up and she wants to talk about what happened to her. Now, when she was young and this first went to trial, her and her family left the country so that they couldn't be subpoenaed. They were paid to go on vacation. And R. Kelly was able to walk. But when he was later tried just a few years back, she finally came forward and told the truth and said, "Yeah, this is what happened to me." She finally came forward. And now she's writing a book. Well, she's written a book. The book is coming out. Now she finally wants to talk. She's pushing 40. And it's interesting because at this time, where her book is now coming out, there are rumors going around that R. Kelly, now that he just got presented with his sentence and he's not scheduled to be released from jail with his current charges until 2045, which is a whole 20 years from now, which means he'll be pushing 80 years old. So 9 times out of 10, he'll end up losing his life in jail or dying in jail. Rumor has it he doesn't want to sit all that time. Rumor has it that he wants to start running his mouth. And he wants to start informing on people. Now, when you think about all of the people that have set him up for his demise, the person at the top of that list is Sean Carter. Did he work with Sean Carter to make a lot of things happen too? Clive Davis is involved. There's a lot of people involved. So this girl comes out with this book. Listen to me. I've been said that they all need to snitch. I said that R. Kelly needed to snitch. I said that Diddy needed to snitch. We also have rumors out in the street now saying that Mr. Carter is actually on the run. Now people are saying that they don't know whether or not he done left, he done gone, he done. They got a house here, they got a house here a house, there a house, everywhere a house. You know, getting properties out of the country. But I tell you one thing, for them to go through all of that trouble, to get the Grammys to finally give his wife album of the year and then not show up. I mean, like, this is crazy. Like, people are really trying to undercut them not being at the Grammys. That's insane. Like, they live from their position as lords of that event. No Rock Nation brunch. You know, they, for a while there, they were running the Grammy brunch. None of that has happened since 2024. And now this year, they don't even show up. Beyonce didn't even show up. It's kind of weird. It's kind of crazy. What I am going to say to y'all is this. Considering the fact that I go live on my YouTube mobile app and I can't go live. The simple fact that all of this stuff is going on. Like, when it gets to the point where Trasha K is putting up old videos. Like, she recently just got like almost 200,000 views from a video that she did back in 2023 with Liz Crokin. And all she had to do was clickbait the title with Jay-Z exposed. And then she put years ago by Liz Crokin, which is ambiguous. Because now people are trying to make it seem like this is a new interview that she got with Liz. I talked to Liz personally. Liz told me when she did, you know, she told me about the interview that she did. What I didn't know was who set the interview up. Angela Stanton King. who I also know for a fact is a setup chick. Angela Stan King has been running around trying to get real whistleblowers to spill their guts so she could take the information and give it back to the Schluminati people that she do so that they could find a way to move around victims and to change stories. Because she tried to do it with me. That Patrice Garner, that OG Patrice person, set up a whole thing between me and Angela Stanton back in the summer of 2023. This was before Liz Crokin sat with Trasha K. Angela Stanton wanted to help me with my book. She wanted me to give her my private writings and everything that I knew, and she was going to help me publish it. Which, guess what? It's kind of interesting. I want y'all to remember, I'll Be Sure took his book Simon and Schuster, and before Diddy sentenced, all of a sudden his book, they put the kibosh right on it. See, they get you with the whole, we're going to give you this deal, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You might even get a little money on in advance when they set up the deal. But then they take everything that you got and they shut it down. And then they've been able to collect and gather that information. And they get to work on their little spin stories. Interesting. So Angela Stan King, and it's funny because her son, her transgender child, allegedly was running around on this app stalking and harassing me. I'm not even going to get into who the name was and who that person was sitting with, but it all makes sense. It all adds up. So Angela Stan King is the person that hooked up Liz Crokin and Trasha K. And I looked at it. I saw it. Liz was sitting up there spilling her guts and running her mouth and spilling her guts. Matter of fact, a lot of the things that Liz said are things that I have said independently on my own. And guess what? She had no idea she was sitting there with Trasha K, who did that interview with her to see what she did. You want to know what's even more interesting? After she did that interview with Trasha K, Liz got attacked again. People started stalking her heavy again. I bet you dollars to donuts. Trasha K and those wino motherfuckers was the ones that were stalking her and harassing her lightweight, low key, gang stalking her and doing all of the crazy stuff that they was doing. Like, this is insane. This is insane. So now she gonna take that old interview and she gonna put it up to clout chase this Epstein, and people are running around. I'm telling you, there's so much disinformation. There's so many lies, and we have to be vigilant. But I'm gonna be keeping my eye out, because I'm telling you, they are about to, listen to me. Last fall, Liz Crokin was getting unalivement threats again. People were running up on her, harassing her in real time. Like she was out at dinner with her family, and somebody ran up on her screaming bloody red rum and totally disrespect. Like it was scary the way they was coming at her last fall. So, keep all whistleblowers in your prayers. Keep us all in your prayers. But I see what YouTube is trying to do. They trying to shut me down. They don't want me talking. They don't want me saying anything. Matter of fact, they want me dead quiet right now. It is sick the way they come after people like us. But I need y'all to make sure that you like every video, you share every video, you hype every video. Like, I need my people, I need my support community to come in and support heavy, because I'm telling you right now, they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight to try to keep me off. It's been 4 days and I can't go live on my mobile upload. The only way I can seem to go live on YouTube now is if I do it through StreamYard. We all need your support, because I'm telling you right now, they are about to start trying to rewrite history in real time, and we cannot let them do that anymore. We can't let them shut us down. We can't let them shut down our voices. We can't. We can't let the devil win. I'm telling you, they about to go ham. I just seen an old interview that I did back, spring, right after the raids, 2024. And they just took the clip and they just re-uploaded it 10 hours ago. Jaguar Wright says Jay-Z is next. It's going to be a lot of people doing a lot of remixes. But I tell you what, if he is next, it's about to get messy out here, y'all. So, if you haven't liked, please like, share, subscribe. The topics that I'm going to be handling this week, we're going to be taking a little deeper dive into what I believe is the Corey Holcomb setup and gaslighting campaign. And we're doing some of our own independent research on these Epstein files, because they release so much information. It's almost too much information. And I think part of the reason why they did it that way is because people's eyes get tired. Eventually they give up. I think there's going to be some real serious information hidden in between all of those files that a lot of people are probably going to miss. I mean, for crying out loud, Elon Musk, he's under fire. It's about to get deep, y'all. Get your raincoats. Shitstorms coming. Have your umbrellas ready. But do yourself a favor. Don't be fooled. Because they do this stuff right in our faces. And listen to me, our people in our community, if you're doing your research, if you see something, share it. We need all the eyes on this that we can get. So on that note, guys, y'all know who I am. Y'all know where y'all are. They're trying to shut your girl down. Let's make sure they're not successful. On that note, we out. Peace.